G'day everyone, Buck up in far north Queensland on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, starting to warm up. Just put the shade sail up for summer. Hey Raph, didn't we? Make it nice and shady. Hey, I'm doing this clip this afternoon for a couple of reasons. One, I haven't had my Engel generator out for well over a month now to give it a run. And as I said in my 83 previous episodes on the Engel generator, I always say, try and get your gear out, guys, and give it a run, so that when you go to use it in anger, i.e. after a cyclone or something, you know it works. So, fuel's good. I've just checked my oil. I haven't started this up for maybe 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, I don't know. Time gets away, doesn't it? The other reason I'm doing this, Danielle Fletcher sent me a message. G'day Danielle, if you're watching. She said, Buck, we've just put a lay-by or a deposit down on a Jayco caravan, the same as ours. She said, I'm interested to know, will your 2,500 watt Engel generator run the air conditioner in the Jayco? Well, very good question, Danielle. I don't know. I'm saying yes, but there's only one way to find out, isn't it? And that's to crank this bad boy up and start the aircon up. Give the aircon a run in the caravan before I put it away this afternoon. Been tinkering away on that, and give the generator a good run, and give it a run under load too to see what it can do, to make sure it can run an aircon. That way, if I want to go off grid in the middle of summer, I've got the option to throw the generator in the back of the BT50 and take a generator if I want to go and do some free camping somewhere. Probably won't do that a lot, but if it runs the aircon, then I know that that's an option. So there's only one way to do this, that's to start her up and find out. So we'd never start the generator under load. What I've got here is I've got, every time I get the camera out, someone decides to mow their lawn or get the blower out, all that type of stuff. The dogs start barking, I cannot take a trick. Anyway, so as we know that the power point, the 240 volt outlet on the Engel generator is a 10 amp. Caravans run off 15 amps. So I've got a 10 amp extension cord coming out of the generator into a thing called an amphibian. Now it's a household amphibian, and it's so you can go 10 amps to 15 amps. I need to get the RV version of the amphibian from Bunnings. They're not cheap, about 180 bucks last time I looked, so that if you ever want to run your caravan at someone's house or whatever, you need 15 amps. So what you can do is plug the amphibian into a 10 amp power point at someone's house or whatever, or even at your house, and then run the 15 amp lead from the other end. So it goes from 10 amps to 15 amps basically. So the yellow lead you see here will be a 10 amp lead coming out of the generator into an amphibian, and then a 15 amp lead going into the caravan. So most RVs in Australia here run off 15 amps. You've got to have a 15 amp lead. You know the difference is, I'll get it here, probably teaching you how to suck eggs, guys, but if you don't know, a 10 amp lead, all 3 pins will be the same size. On a 15 amp lead, the bottom one here is at the earth, don't quote me on that, it'll be a lot bigger than the top 2. So if the bottom one is bigger than the top 2, that's a 15 amp lead. That's no. You can plug a 10 amp appliance into a 15 amp outlet and it'll work fine. You cannot plug a 15 amp appliance into a 10 amp. It won't fit because of that bottom pin there. You probably already knew that, but if you don't, hope you learnt something there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the generator up. I'm going to plug this in, start it up, and it's going to provide power to the caravan. Okay, 10 amps out of the generator into the amphibian, and then 15 amps going in that end. Power the caravan up, and then I'm going to go in and turn the aircon on, and we'll see how this generator goes. Hopefully it'll run the aircon. You'll probably hear it go and really idle down when it gets put under load. That's what generators do. So let's get into it. Righto, plug the 10 amp in, 10 amp lead into the generator. Make sure everything's on here. Turn it around to choke because it's going to be a cold start. Turn it to choke. I've got my eco throttle off for now, and let's see how we go. Second pull, you beauty. Bit of smoke when it first starts up. Let it choke for a bit and then turn it to on. Just turn it back. Then your smoke goes away. We'll let it warm up a bit, eh? I've just turned the eco throttle on now, so with the eco throttle, it's so that it only revs as much as it needs to, okay? No use having your generator going full revs if you don't need it. If you're only running a fan or something like that, you don't need full revs. So I'll just let that warm up for a couple of minutes. I'll go over, I'll make sure I've got lights on at the power points, make sure I've got power going to the caravan, and then we'll go in and crank the aircon up, eh? You know, this episode's just for you, Fuller. Episode 357. Boys were taking the piss out of me about how many Engel generator episodes I could do. Well, here's another one, just for Fuller and Snorky. So I got that running on eco at the moment. The 10 amp lead coming out of the generator. The yellow lead is the 10 amp. Into an amphibian, which is a household one. I've got to get the RV version, which I shall do. They're waterproof. And then the 15 amp lead, so 10 amp into there. Got a light on, got power going to the, why does it when you film a light, it flashes on the camera? That's not flashing in real life, that red light on the, in there, but it flashes when I look at it in the thing. I don't know why cameras do that. Anyway, and 10 amp into there, 15 amp coming out of here. It's all fused and got a circuit breaker and all that. So the orange one, or the red one, whatever colour that is, I'm colourblind. Orangey red goes into here. And hopefully I have got power going into there. We'll soon find out. Soon find out. Let's go into the van. I just gave him a quick mop out before. If you haven't seen our caravan, this is our new second-hand Jayco Journey Outback, 17.5 foot. Separate shower and toilet. Little sink there. Nice little lounge room. Single beds. Heaps of room in between. Plenty of room in the kitchen that over here. So let's see if I've got power. Yes, I have. Lights have come on, so I've got power going to the caravan. Righto. Now for the big test. Let's get the aircon remote. Okay, I just tried it for the third time and I don't know what happened there. I mightn't have been pointing the remote at the aircon properly. I mustn't have been, I think you've got to point the remote at there where that blue light is there, everyone. Anyway, I pointed it at that time. I saw the light flicker, it went red, and then when it turned on, the light went blue. So the aircon is working. There you go. That was just a Rogers thing. I wasn't pointing the, I was holding it upright like that. You must have to point the remote actually at the infrared thing there, guys. So that was my fault. Everything's working fine. I've got cold air coming out of that air conditioner. So what I'm going to do is just close the door up now, give it 10 minutes. I'll go and see if I can ring Fuller. Rude prick, didn't answer me before. I'll try and ring him again, say g'day, now that he's back home. Close the door and then come in and make sure this aircon's cooled the caravan down nicely. So I haven't put the eco throttle on. I'm going to hit the eco throttle, see if it keeps running. Eco throttle on. So it idled back a little bit. I did hear that idle back a bit. I'll just make sure the aircon's on. Yep, blue light's still on in there. So yeah, the Engel Jenny does work with the eco throttle on. I had it on full bore to start. So there you go, Danielle. The Engel generator, the 2,500 watt. Well, there you go, I just saw a sticker. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, it's running the aircon in the caravan. So 10 amp lead out of the generator into an amphibian, guys, which goes from 10 amps to 15 amps, and then a 15 amp lead out that end into your caravan, and I've got the aircon running. Remember I said before 2,500 watts. I was calling it a 2.5 kVA and everyone was going, Buck, no it's not a 2.5 kVA. Well, I just saw a sticker that I've only just noticed. The Engel 2500 pure sine wave inverter generator is a 2.3 kilowatts. Is that, I presume that's 2.3 kVA. I don't know. Now we're going kilowatts. We've got bloody kVAs. I'm confused. But all I know is that this little Engel Jenny is running the aircon in the Jayco caravan. I just gave Steve Fuller a ring, everyone. So we've got 240 volts. That's reset. That's not what I want. That one. And she's done 11 hours. 11 hours. I think the first oil change is at 20. So I'm going to run this for a couple of hours, give it a really good run. Let's see if everything's still working in here. And it is. It's nice and icy. Rafa will want to come in here in the icy room. I might have a little nana nap on that bed. Why not? And the aircon's still running. There you go, Danielle. Yes, the Engel generator does run the air conditioner in the caravan. It's a Truma Air Conditioner. It's not the quietest air conditioner in the world either. The bloke said the other day, he said, yeah, the older ones are a bit noisier than the new ones. But anyway, at least I know I can go off grid now if I want to take my generator. And we can still run the air conditioner. How long I get to a tank of fuel, I do not know, guys. But I know the Engel is quite economical. They're a good little generator, they really are. I was going to get the Honda. They're a bit smaller, but they were twice the price. But I'm really happy with the little Engel. It's doing the job. And there you go. There's another task that it's well and truly up to. Running the air conditioner in the caravan. Rightio. Catch you later, right? Be good to each other. See you again soon. I'll go and grab Rafa, lock the door, and we might have a nana nap. Rafa said, guess what, everyone? Dad just went and grabbed me to have a nana nap in the caravan, and when Dad picked me up, I'd been rolling in a dead kangaroo or something. He stunk. Absolutely rotten. And now I've got to go and have a shower because it's all over my shirt. Thank you very much. So now he's getting a big bath.